What if I told you I flew all the way to Copenhagen to try what they say is the best restaurant in the world? But this meal might have just ruined food for me forever. I mean, this place has 3 Michelin stars, and they say that it's the most famous restaurant on earth. In its final year, they're serving a seafood menu so insane I had to film everything. They first greet you with their homemade tea, and then proceed to walk you to your table through thousands of mussels they've used. All the chefs come to the front of the kitchen and welcome you into their restaurant. That is top tier service. Before you even get to your table, they lay everything out that you're going to eat throughout the night. It's all local, homegrown, and as organic as it gets. They even brought out their 14-pound king crab. They serve their king crab leg on a bed of seaweed. They give you a sea moss brush to slather the king crab in miso butter. This was definitely one of my favorite dishes. Then a jellied crab head. I mean, I didn't even imagine it to come in a real head. That wasn't it. They brought out another crab head. I mean, they literally brought crab head after crab head out. How many times have I said crab head? There was a little opening in the top that you could sip the soup through. This thing was rich and umami packed. Definitely one of the best crab soups I've ever had. Followed by, you wouldn't guess what, more crab. This was their crab flatbread. I mean, how do you shape it like that? I could honestly eat this every single day. Next up came their blue mussel and fresh cheese. I mean, honestly, I felt like a fisherman at this point with the amount of seafood I was eating. I mean, just look at my reaction. Then they explained to us how the scallop had to be unalived 3 minutes before. They keep all their scallops fresh in house. They quickly sear it and then serve it on a plate with fresh horseradish that hits so hard. The marinated wasabi dish was 2 leaves of wasabi and was jam-packed with this crispy cracker-like sensation. Seaweed a la creme was probably one of my least favorite dishes. It felt like the flavors didn't work perfectly together, but I can see how some others might enjoy it. I love the decoration of the plate. They serve their squid on what I want to say is a stone. You're given a poppy flower to sprinkle poppy seeds on top of it. This dish reminded me so much of Japan. Their beet sashimi you never would have expected, but it actually wasn't anything to do with it. It had the texture of sashimi, but was super acidic and the perfect palate cleanser. What they call berries on seaweed didn't impress me too much. They smash berries and lay them in between 2 sheets of seaweed overnight. It kind of just tasted like a Fruit Loop, honestly, so I wasn't too surprisingly impressed. If I had to put a tag on the best dish over the night, I would definitely say it's this one. Serve their barbecue burbot on a stick. I almost felt like a caveman. They had the perfect butter combo for it. The mussel broth literally tasted like the ocean. There was a layer of seaweed on top of it that smelled like they actually just picked it off the beaches. They surprised us with adorable pickled vegetables. I've never tasted a pine cone in my life. For dessert, an amazaki mousse with fruits and kelp. Yeah, seaweed for dessert, and somehow it really worked well. For what I thought was pasta, they pipe out this sweet and salty hazelnut ice cream. And finally, what I thought was an actual sea star had almost like a jelly texture to it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite dessert I've ever had, but it was definitely worth the experience of trying a sea star. The waiter came by and said the chef had brought us a surprise. The Mexican chocolate cake was so good. But one thing I figured out throughout this meal is that Noma is not just food. It's an experience. Every bite is weird, wild, and somehow unforgettable. I get why this place changed the game. Would you try all 17 courses before it closes? Or is this place overrated?